Welcome back. Today we're going to continue our Crazy for Canasta introduction, and we're going to talk about two more special hands. We're going to talk about the splash and the trash. Now you're going to run into a lot of variations with splash and trash, and that's fine. I'm just going to talk about the basic splash and trash concepts. First of all, these two hands, the splash and the trash, are hands that instantly end the hand if you get them. They're hard to get, but when you get them, they're worth 3,500 points, so it's a great bonus. The splash hand is a hand that contains all pairs. So here is an example of a splash pan. I'm going to put it nice. Splash. We have 14 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 cards. Remember, you're playing with 13. When you pick your card, you have 14. So a splash hand is all pairs without repeats. So I can't have 4 jacks and call those 2 pairs. For a splash, you cannot have done any kind of melding except putting the 3s out of your hand and replacing them. So you can't have melded in order to play the splash. Whether or not your partner has melded and you're still allowed to play the splash is a table rule that I strongly recommend you discuss before you start to play with new people, because there are lots of variations with whether or not and when you're allowed to play the splash. It is a special hand. You do need to agree to it. So this is just a common splash. I have saved up all of the pairs, and my last pick gave me the splash. When I get a splash, let's say I'm waiting for it, it's my turn, I pick my card, and I'm like, ooh, yay, I get a splash. Immediately, I just put my cards face up, down in front of me, and say, splash. The hand is over. Our partnership gets 3,500 points. The opponents, it depends on your table rules how they get scored. I score them normally. Whatever their score is their score. I let them have their score. They just get scored normally. Other people say everything is subtracted. Other people say the opponents get 0. You just have to decide what you want to do. Now I'm going to talk about some special rules I've come across with splashes that are things you want to discuss. The first question is, are you allowed to have wilds in the splash? So some people say yes, some people say no. Typically, if you allow a wild, if you have 2s in your splash, you must also have aces and 7s. 2s in your splash need aces and 7s. It's something you want to talk about at your table. If you have 2s in your splash, do you need aces and 7s? Another common question you want to ask people is, do they allow jokers in their splashes? And it's a table rule whether or not you allow it. And if they allow jokers, do they follow the same rules as 2s or not? So those are some things that you want to consider when you start talking about allowing the splash play in your game. Now we're going to talk about the trash hand. The trash hand contains one of each kind of card in the deck. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace, Joker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now what you'll notice is one of the cards that you have to have in your hand is the 3. And you are supposed to put down 3s when you initially get them. So if you decide you're going to go for a trash hand and you hold on to one of your 3s, you will not be able to go out, because most people play that you can only put 3s down in the turn in which you get them. So if you forgot to put a 3 down, or you decided to hold on to a 3 because you were hoping for the trash hand, then you are stuck with not being able to ever go out, because you can't discard a 3, and after the turn where you got the 3, you also can't put it down to replace it. Trash hands, once again, just like the splash, you cannot have done any melding for the partnership, and you need to discuss whether or not the other partner was allowed to meld. And also, it ends the hand. So let's say I'm playing for a trash hand, and all I need is my joker. I'm sitting here with all these. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. And I pick it up, and oh my gosh, it's the last card I'm waiting for. Immediately, I put my hand down face up, and I say trash. It ends the hand. Everybody stops. The only score that my partnership gets is the 3,500 for the trash. And then how you choose to score the opponents, just like when you play the splash or any of the other special hands, is a table rule. You need to decide, are you going to let them have their points? Are you going to deduct their points? Or are you going to just score them as a 0 because you got the special hand? And again, that's a table decision. There really aren't right and wrongs. It's just you all have to agree to the same rules and then have fun. All right, have a great day and enjoy playing Canasta.